Using the general prologue and the pardoner's prologue and tale, bring out any three aspects of medieval life that has been highlighted in the texts. The focus here is on the characteristics of medieval life. We'll begin with the domination of the church. It should be noted that the church controlled all the powers that be, the knowledge, the kings, even their marriages. It controlled the way the people thought at the time. It gave their teachings and also guarantees the people's salvation. And for this reason, the church was so powerful and dominant, as it encouraged people to lead monastic life and to take pilgrimages. In the general prologue, the pilgrims are going to visit the shrine of St. Thomas à Becket, the Archbishop of Canterbury, who had been assassinated by some 4 knights because of protecting the church to be controlled by the throne, and was canonized. They are going to his shrine to give thanks to God and to ask for the forgiveness of their sins. The Tabard Inn is just a meeting point for them to take the journey. In the Merchant's Tale, January wants to perform sexual activities in a loyal and legal arena. He has been a lecher, and he knows that he has been doing it in an illegal environment which can lead him to hell. But now he wants to do it conveniently so that he can attain salvation by going to heaven. And that's the reason why, despite his advanced age, he decides to get married. There is also feudalism and class stratification. The medieval period was a very stratified society with the monarchy, the noblemen, the middle class, and the peasants. This explains the reason why in the general prologue the knight is the first person whom Chaucer begins to give his portrait. First, because he is the most socially ranked person amongst all the other pilgrims. And secondly, his uprightness could be a measuring yard for the other pilgrims. The other characters included the caretakers of the land, because we are made to understand that land was the most important property or commodity at the time. And so knights were very rich men because they had land given to them by the king for their services that they have rendered, like fighting in the wars that the king had initiated. Nevertheless, they had middlemen like the reeve, who took control of their property. And our reeve in the general prologue is a very corrupt one, who takes advantage of his master's youthfulness to exploit him. And we are told that he has built a beautiful house for himself hidden in the forest. Above all, he even borrows his master money, which comes from his own money that rightfully belongs to the master. And then we have the miller, who, of course, was responsible for grinding corn on the master's farm. And this miller is very corrupt because he steals corn and cheats the poor farmers. In the Merchant's Tale, January is a good example of someone who leads a life, an aristocratic life. He is a man of wealth. He possesses a kingly mansion. But he goes to look for a woman of no stature. And in order to bring her to the level of aristocracy, he gives her property to her name. That changes her status in society through her marriage. There was also knighthood and chivalry. Knights were expected to go out and fight regularly to increase their rank in the knighthood and to do the services following the code of honor and dedication to their duty. This explains the reason why the knight has been fighting all over the place. And he is preparing his son, the squire, to come up to his rank by taking him to battle once in a while. The squire has fought in Flanders, Artois, and Picardy. January is also a knight who has been involved in chivalry, and he has made so much money. Maybe on retirement now. He wants to enjoy his money. At the age of 60, we are told he has been enjoying with women. Damian, his servant, is a squire serving him, and who may likely rise one day to the level of a knight. There was also gender inequality and promiscuity. Generally, women had no voice in the society, reason why they will seek the attention of others when they had the opportunity, like the prioress, the wife of Bath, and the wives of the guildsmen. The prioress eats in a courtly manner, just to seek attention. The wife of Bath dresses expensively, is bold in the presence of men, wants to go first to the offertory table so that she can be seen. And the wife of the three guilds and of the five guildsmen are so proud of their husband that they carry themselves with a lot of dignity when going to church. Women and men were very promiscuous, as seen through the friar. Though a clerical figure has so many mistresses. The summoner, who is a lecher, and the wife of Bath, who has been married 5 times, and has had a long list of lovers in her life. Proserpina tells her husband that Solomon was a lecher, while Pluto and the merchant inform the reader that women are generally unfaithful. May, though she has property and she is shown love, wants to cheat on January, despite giving her status, and with a servant who has nothing to his name. There was also courtly love. As a squire does everything to impress his lady. He dresses well, writes poems, sings, dances. He has gone to fight, but the fighting was not for him to gain honor, was to impress his lady. In the same way, January has a garden of love, where he and his woman can go there and do the things they can't or they would not have done on the bed. It is in this same garden that he takes May, and May is prepared to cheat on him with Damian. Thank you for watching.